IndiGo has enjoyed near unprecedented growth, and it's clearly not by mistake. They really are just that good at what they do. Hi there, my name is Kevin. This channel came from a love of traveling, a love of the full process and the journey itself. I feature airline trip reports and high-end hotel reviews from all over the world. My reviews aren't sponsored by airlines or hotels, so you can be sure to get my unbiased opinion. Am I an expert? You can decide. Am I fair? Yeah, I am. Let's get into it. Welcome to Mumbai. While it may not be as flashy as Mumbai's newer Terminal 2, Terminal 1, where we are today, is not a bad place to be, and is where the majority of IndiGo's flights depart from. If you'd like to know the exact fare that I paid for today's flight, or my next 5 videos in queue, please check out the description below. I booked what's called a fast forward ticket, which gives priority check-in and baggage, but the priority check-in certainly wasn't really necessary today. Security in India is never quick and easy for me since I travel with so many cords, chargers, and equipment in my carry-on, but I was through in around 20 minutes and into the departure concourse. The only available Priority Pass lounge in this part of the terminal was the Travel Club Lounge and Bar, which was packed. Check-in took a solid 15 minutes since there was a different procedure for every kind of card that allows access. Once inside though, it was comfortable enough, but not really a place that I'd expect a full meal from. Alright, close your eyes. Let's pretend that you didn't know what video you were watching right now. If I asked you, what's the 8th largest airline on Earth by daily departures, what would your answer be? Or perhaps, what's the largest airline in India? Or even, which airline in the world has the most aircraft on order? Yes, the answer to all of those is IndiGo. And I too would not have guessed any of them. Low-cost carriers, no matter where they are on Earth, get a bad rap by default. It's assumed that the experience will be a cattle call, which is why sometimes low-cost carriers like IndiGo can be so pleasant. Of course, there's no luxury here, but there is efficiency, connectivity, and an overall easy travel experience. Founded in 2006, IndiGo hit the ground running, and by 2012, they became India's largest carrier by market share, and also its most profitable. Currently, the fastest growing airline on Earth by a variety of metrics. They have a fleet of over 300 narrow-body Airbus aircraft, which they use to fly to 101 different destinations, 75 of which are domestic. There's always one caveat with low-cost carriers though. Their scheduling is unreliable and they're constantly late. Well, IndiGo is currently the 3rd most punctual airline on Earth. With over 1,600 daily flights, they hold around a 55% domestic market share in India. If you take all of the daily flights of Air India Express, SpiceJet, Vistara, GoAir, AirAsia India, and Akasa, and you put them all together, IndiGo has more flights than all of them combined. Given all of that, you're probably not too surprised to know that the gate was very organized and we boarded on time. When boarding, they pulled me aside to ask me to gate check my spinner bag. I explained that it was full of equipment and they just let me keep it with me. Let's take a look at today's stats. We pushed back from the gate bang on time and made our way to Bengaluru in just over an hour for an arrival which was 1 minute early. IndiGo currently has a massive 548 aircraft on order, which is 10 more than United even after their recent huge order, and more than American Airlines, Lufthansa, and Emirates combined. I give all of these tidbits of info simply because it's easy to underestimate such a powerhouse of an airline. And their quality of product and efficiency, they deserve not just attention, but attention within context. Currently, their expansion plans are focusing on what they're calling a 4-corner strategy. There are a litany of places within a 6-hour flight of Delhi. Mumbai can connect best to Africa, Kolkata to North Asia, and Chennai to Southeast Asia. And it's this point-to-point hub-and-spoke hybrid system which has allowed their expansive growth. IndiGo has a standard 3-3 layout, which is tight on legroom in most rows, but my Super 6E bundle included an XL seat, which in this case was an exit row and had plenty of room. While the seats are essentially covered in fabric instead of actually being padded, they were comfortable enough for a short flight. Legroom at the XL seats was in full supply. As you already know, this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by IndiGo, and this video was created without their knowledge, which ensures that you're getting my true unbiased opinion. But of course, channels like this need to be funded somehow, and that's where your views, comments, and likes and subscriptions come into play, as they really all do help the channel grow. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support the channel there. A big thanks in advance for stopping by. IndiGo also has ground crew that were on the aircraft during boarding, specifically to help with baggage organization, which is a detail that I've never seen before, but in itself, I think speaks volumes about the airline's system of efficiencies. We pushed back and made our way to the departure runway, which would have us taking off to the west and heading straight out over the Arabian Sea before turning towards Bengaluru. The spool up, takeoff, and airport stats are coming up next. IndiGo has a fairly extensive and diverse selection of food that can be ordered on board, though all of it's also available to be ordered at the time of booking. My bundle included any food item, so I pre-ordered a butter chicken kulcha, and it included a drink of choice. The crew efficiently came through the aisles twice. The first time was to distribute the pre-ordered items, and the second to sell to the rest of the passengers. The pastry was very tasty, but what I actually appreciated about it the most was that it was real food. It wasn't full of preservatives and sugar like you'd often find on similar carriers. By the time I finished that Coke, it was already time to head back down to Earth though. Bengaluru's airport is to the far north of the city center, and we would be approaching from the west. A short taxi to the gate, and we were quickly on our way, with bags starting to come out within minutes of reaching the carousel. Overall, this was a great flight, and it's easy to see not just what got IndiGo to where it is today, but also what they'll be able to do as they continue to expand at breakneck speed. I do really hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please be sure to subscribe so that you won't miss my next video, which will be at the Oberoi in Bengaluru.